Yeah, pouches are definitely tricky. And yeah, I mean, yeah, I have a method for the pouches that I typically make, and even still, it is very tricky. Just trying to get everything, um, trying to get everything lined up or measured so that it will line up in the end. So like this guy here is the phone pouch for the Deadpool pouches, and so this piece here gets this is just cardboard, but this piece here gets bent along these edges here to create the sides, and so it lines up here on the backing piece, and then there's this uh, very small amount of gap down here. Um, and this the distance of that gap right there needs to be like just perfect in order to get the stitching to line up properly, and like a little hole gets punched in the corner there, so that so that the stitching holes line up just perfectly. The the overall distance, and then that little gap needs to be perfect, and then same for the bottom piece here. And yeah, even though most of what I do is pretty similar, it's always it always takes way longer than I should probably put into it. um, and every time there's a new sized pouch, I need to make a new template. So doing something like this, that I don't even really have the technique sorted out is tricky. Well, it doesn't really line up at all, but we'll make it work. Just move that guy over, that guy over. All right. Oops. Or not. Because I completely just didn't do this other side. Yeah, I definitely recommend the chisel. Uh, this type of hole punch. But I mean, honestly, especially for veg tan, though, because it's very dense. But I mean, so with other leathers, it's probably not as big a deal, and you can use smaller ones. But uh, then these also work really well for me because most of what I do is very straight edges and 90-degree angles and that kind of stuff. Um, and it seems like a lot of your stuff is a little bit more organic, designs and curves and stuff. So, um, so if you find a use for it, I think yeah, it definitely come in handy. But it probably isn't going to work for everything. You like having the leather edge, the leather edge catch the tool of the stitching chisel, so you can. Oh, okay, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, for sure. And then also, uh, with just kind of the way that you leathercraft, the materials that you use, make using a lot of like thicker leathers and layering up the thicker uh, leathers. Yeah, having all of this extra surface area is going to make it, or having all of this extra surface area would definitely make it even more difficult to pop out of the leather. Um, so yeah, different tools and techniques for different situations. This is just what works for me. Okay, good. All right. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't even have a two prong anything. Oops. Yeah, again, I really like using this scratch all for this purpose. Pretty sure you're like not, not what it's meant for, at all. I mean, hey, you do a lot with it. It's a very universal tool, but it's not really made to be hammered on. But you know, doing it softly into leather, into this sort of rigid rubber, not gonna hurt it at all. But having that nice taper just makes it so it slides back out really easily. Almost just pops right out on its own. The water buffalo is the thinnest real stuff you use so far. Got you. I don't think I've used water buffalo for anything. I used to use different different types of leather, uh, other rather than just vegetarian. Back kind of when it was more of just a hobby, and just playing around with stuff and buying different types of leather. um, but yeah, I don't think I ever messed with water buffalo. If I did, it was probably just a very small piece. Um, because at Tandy Leather, I'm assuming they still do this, but I haven't been to a physical shop in a long time. But at least the one that I went to, uh, and at least at the time, they had these giant bins full of scraps that you could get. And yeah, it was all different sizes, all different types of leather, different types of animals, and then different various finishes and stuff. So you could just pull out a piece and be fairly inexpensive, and you could just kind of try different stuff. Probably be good for inlays and you know small small projects and stuff. But um, it's a good way of trying different stuff so that you don't have to buy an entire, you know, hide. haven't thought about that in a long time. Um, you need a nut to fit that drill chuck bolt I got, so you can make the drill chuck tool you want to make. Use the drill chuck alone, but with the dull needle to shove the rope through. He bought a box of scrap box, and a lot of it was water buffalo. Gotcha. um, drill chuck. What are you doing with the drill chuck? I feel like I missed something. Oh, okay. So you're using it as like a clamp, basically to hold different tools. That's cool. Oh, very cool. I like that idea. It's helping on the rifle cuff with the paracord barely fitting through the holes. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I like working with paracord. I haven't done a whole lot with it, but um, yeah, it's a nice uh, material to get to work with. This is a fire kit that I put together, and I have this little ferro rod um, in it with this little kind of metal striker slash like really teeny tiny ruler for some reason, and I don't know. I guess like if you have a nut or a bolt with this very specific size, you could use it for that. But it's mostly just a, striker for the ferro rod. But when you buy it, it's only this freaking big, like just over 3 inches, 3 inches and 3 and an eighth. And so to hold on just that, and like you don't have much room to actually use the freaking ferro rod. So, but it does have this hole on the end, so I put some paracord through there like that, and put a little um, shrunk a little shrink wrap around there to make kind of a nice little handle on there to give you a lot more kind of real estate there to actually use it. And but yeah, that's pretty much the extent of me using paracord. Uh, in like a professional sense. But yeah, obviously you can make you know, bracelets and watch bands, and you can turn it into a handle for a knife, which tend to be very uncomfortable, but you can. Belts even. I've seen that. Um and paracord's pretty affordable as well. And like all different colors, and Yeah, very cool. um, yeah, it's very strong. Uh, I don't know, it's like rope, like a small rope, I suppose. Not really a string, but then obviously it has all the little strings on the inside of it. If you ever need to use that, but I forgot to cut this to length. But yeah, it's really cool material. To add that line up a little bit better. This piece looks a little derpy. Yeah, it'll look better once um uh so it's gonna get the green, the dark green finish on there, but I'm gonna stain it. I'm gonna stain the pieces black first. Sorry, I forgot to mute myself. Um, but uh, but yeah, so I'm gonna stain it black first, and then I'll kind of mold up the edges, and then once uh once it kind of sits like that, it'll be a nice well molded cup um in the end. Yeah, you'll see the stitching. It's let me see. I think I should have a picture of the bottom of it. Oh crap, I didn't take a picture of the bottom of it. That's dumb. I have to make sure I do that for this one. Um, but basically it'll be like folded up like that, and then like like I don't know how to describe it, but it'll be folded up like that so that it'll get stitched from the outside. Because if I tried doing it like that, then I wouldn't be able to like get the needle in there once it's all put together. So yeah, I know there's ways of stitching it so that it's like flat, but I don't know how to do that, and I just prefer doing it this way. So I feel like this is probably going to be a little bit more durable. Oh, yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out and putting up with my sick brain today. I didn't want to go another like few days without streaming. Um, so just went for it today, and I'm streaming on a Saturday, which is different, but I think that's going to be my new normal instead of doing it on Sundays. Since I'm not doing Facebook Friday anymore. This piece is kind of tricky, being so small, but got it.